All right.
Yeah, there's no looking on my part.
Okay.
Right, so we've talked about Chelsea. What other teams?
Wait, what? Hey, I missed it. I missed that. All right, so let's just go through the results again, guys. So Chelsea 2, Atletico Madrid 0, 3-0 in aggregate. Did you guys see the game?
I did see bits. I saw some of it.
Yeah.
And Atletico Madrid should have had a penalty.
We could go straight into that. Yeah, I think that was. Was it Aspilicueta? Was it him who had his arm around?
It was him, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Josh, do you want to explain that?
I knew you were going to say, yeah. Josh, why Chelsea paying all these referees? Yeah, I knew that was coming. Yeah. It was. Yeah, obviously he's not as quick as he used to be, and I think Aspilicueta is. I mean, I remember the cup final against Arsenal when he pulled Aubameyang down for a penalty, and it's been a problem in his game. He's been a great captain for so many years, obviously, but obviously he's lost his pace. He's getting on a bit now, and it just showed again in this match. He was caught out, and yeah, that should have been a penalty. He had his arm across him. He was very lucky to get away with that. I don't even know why they didn't VAR it, to be honest. It was a bit of a surprise. So yeah, we got away with that one. Having said that, I think on the balance of the two ties, I think we deserve to go through. I think Atletico Madrid were a bit lackluster, and as in comparison, we were very on the ball. We were very, direct.
Maybe they were demoralised because clearly they weren't getting penalties and stuff.
Yeah, that doesn't explain the first leg though.
They saw it coming. They foreseen.
They saw it coming.
They saw it coming.
Oh, come on, man. This is always going to happen, isn't it? This is always going to happen. Every time there's a penalty,
yeah.
Should be a penalty.
I did find it a bit funny. Josh is like, it was actually surprising it wasn't a penalty. Really, Josh, as a Chelsea fan watching Chelsea in the box,
honestly, if you were there, Scunda, with me watching the game, you would have seen me be like, we got away with one there. That's really surprising how they didn't even VAR it, because I was thinking that was going to be given. So they were lucky in that respect, and I think it was 0-0, wasn't it, at the time when that happened?
Yep.
So, yeah. It will change, you know what I mean? If they do go in penalty, boom, I feel that the court will be in Atletico Madrid's favour. However, the manager did say, Simeone did say there's no breaking down a team like Chelsea. He did say that in the press conference. Yeah, he did say that.
Well, I don't know if
it proved to be. You can't. I think Tuchel has come in and made this side really resilient, and they're not conceding goals. They're not, they're
not conceding penalties.
Yeah, conceding penalties. Look, I mean, you're going to keep that bringing that up, but yeah, I've actually had when after that penalty went in, I actually thought to myself, you know what? I know Skunda's going to say something about Chelsea being awarded penalties. I've had a bit of a reflection on it, and I think going back to some of the recent ones that we've got away with. Okay, the Hudson-Odoi one against was it Man United? I don't think that was a penalty after all. Now I think I've changed my mind on that one. I think that was probably the right decision. However, I think the Kante one was, and the Atletico Madrid one was. But I don't think the Hudson-Odoi one was, because I wouldn't have personally given it. It was too soft. It wasn't like a deliberate handball.
I think it was soft, but I do think within the laws of the game that it's been played out, there has been given this season a lot of stuff like that.
But the thing is, it was pushed onto Greenwood's hand.
It wasn't stopping a direct goal scoring opportunity, whereas the Kante one was, and the Atletico Madrid one was. I personally wouldn't have given it.
I mean, it's a soft one, but it's still in a way it's still handball. I mean,
Anyway,
apparently he can't run with his hand in the way. So I was in the past, and Josh is just like, oh, by the way, yeah, that penalty in the past that we talked about, yeah, I changed my mind on it. Yeah. Anyway, moving forward.
It's because you just bring up the fact that we've had so many penalties like favoured for us.
Or maybe because it's true. I mean, you guys want to talk about like how good defensively Chelsea are, yeah, but you kind of been getting away with stuff.
Well, I wouldn't say I wouldn't go to that extent.
Really
We've been I wouldn't go to that extent. We've been very good defensively, I think, and we've had a couple of outstanding performances like Christensen, Rudiger. They've really excelled recently. Two individuals, and without Thiago Silva, I feel like our centre backs are actually those centre backs in particular have actually been motivated by Tuchel, and they're getting a lot better. It doesn't shy away from the fact that we got away with the penalty against Atletico Madrid. It should have been a penalty. However, I think defensively we are getting better, so I wouldn't say it's just down to us getting away with stuff, Scunter. I wouldn't agree with that. I think Chelsea have been playing very well as a team still.
As I say, I think Tuchel turned your team into a resilient team, and they are playing very well, okay, they're getting away with the odd decisions here and there, but most teams, I remember the days when Man United were getting away with decisions and Arsenal.
We are not going to defend United here. If that's where you're going with, like, you're not going to say, well, all teams sort of get the. No, okay. When it comes to United, no, you did not just get your fair share of decisions your way. Okay, don't even try to like.
However, do you guys agree with this statement though? When you make your own luck, when you're playing well, you have a bit of luck here and there, but when it happens when you're playing well, ultimately. I think when you're not playing well, luck goes against you. When you're playing well, luck goes for you. I think I kind of believe in that.
I think that's a very sort of cop-out way of saying you're getting away with penalties.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, I'm not. I'm agreeing with you. But okay. I'm saying that when you're playing well, like it just, I don't know. It seems to be the way.
I guess kind of. Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Skunder's very, very reluctant to say any more on that. I mean, you look at Arsenal, for instance, with their penalty against Tottenham, so, you've had your fair share of luck as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What do you mean?
The penalty against Tottenham.
How are you going to argue that's not a penalty? When you got, who is it? Sancho's just coming steaming in, jumping in the air, and just slamming into Lacazette. Okay.
you said it yourself, it was an off-the-ball incident, so, it was quite lucky to be given as a penalty.
Okay, yeah, I mean... Okay, well, it should have been a red card then. I mean, you're arguing semantics here. You can't argue the case we got lucky because we were given a penalty when the alternative I was arguing was that he should have a red card, which would actually be more beneficial than a penalty.
I suppose.
Don't even admit, hey, you're kind of lucky that you got a penalty instead of getting that guy sent off for the remainder of the whole game. So, yeah.
Anyway...
But no, despite that, Chelsea did give a brilliant performance, and I think who scored again?
Ziyech was quite fortunate to have that one go in because it was through the keeper's legs. I think he should have saved it, but it was a good move. And then Emerson late on.
Yes, it was a breakaway, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Emerson would have been.
As I say.
Yeah. I remember now.
As I say, I think. There's a what?
I'd say that was a good goal from Emerson. He took it pretty well.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant.
Straight after coming off the bench as well. I do like Emerson. He's a good player. I think we should give him more time, more playing time is what I mean. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think he will. I mean, I'm glad Tuchel, because you were worried, Josh, weren't you, that Tuchel wasn't going to give the youngsters a look in, like Hudson-Odoi and Mason Mount. all that. But do you now trust him? Now he's like have put in Mason Mount and Hudson Odoi and now
Yeah,
Emerson. You know.
yeah. I think he's not just favouring for experience. He's favouring for both experience and youth, and he's changing the team a lot still. So he's still trying to figure out like what the best
And
team
he's using
is. To be honest,
Yeah,
um,
he's using Havertz more.
yeah, he's using Havertz more. He's trying to find his best squad because we have got quite a big squad, maybe too big to be honest. Like we're trying to fit all these players in, and I think we will see a lot of players leave Chelsea in the summer, unfortunately, because we have got, as I say, quite a big squad. But yeah, one player I really hope stays is Pulisic because I just know he can do so much more, but he's just not at the moment.
I think he needs a better team.
A better team? What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, Chelsea don't really play like a team, and it doesn't suit a player like Pulisic, I don't think.
How can you say that when well, how do you explain last season then? Like last season was probably the best season of his career, and like he was with Chelsea, and we were a great team, you know.
He's been way better at Dortmund.
I don't think you can put it down to Chelsea though and how they play. He's having like a bad time because of injuries and everything, but like I just know he can do more, and I'm sure that he'll be backfiring for whether it be
For
Chelsea.
another team, yeah.
Well, that's the thing I'm worried about. I don't want him to leave. I just know he can do a lot, but no, it's not because of the team, Scunda. Like, be honest. Come on, like you don't honestly believe that, do you?
I mean, but I do partly believe it. I do think Chelsea don't really suit him too much so far. This season, anyway, from what I've seen, it just doesn't look like they suit him too much.
I don't think the team suits Werner.
We got. Okay,
I just don't think Werner's settled in this league, really.
I kind of see your point if you're referring to the fact that we've got a lot of players like Pulisic, like quick and pacey players. I kind of see your point, but like, if we get rid of a few like for likes, you know, but if we get rid of a few, I think, and we give Pulisic more game time, I think he will get back to his best. Because as I say, he was last season, and got to take that into account. Like, why was he so good last season? And then not this. I think it's the injuries have definitely had a part to play in it.
Oh yeah, of course. You know, getting over an injury is hard to do. You know, and to get back to what he used to be. Yeah, the rehabilitation is gonna take time. It's gonna take a lot of time and getting his confidence back as well. You know.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Alright then, yeah.
I agree with Josh. I don't think it's not about the team. It's about him getting over his injury, and then once he's got over his injury, I think he'll get back into form. I think at this moment in time, quite over his injury yet.
Possibly not. Yeah, yeah. I'd like to think so. It's like, do you remember that one season where Eden Hazard had like scored like 2 goals? I think that was the season where Chelsea finished 10th with when Mourinho got sacked. But I remember Hazard.
I think that was more down to the players not playing for Mourinho.
Yeah.
But I mean, Hazard in particular though had a dreadful season. He only scored, as I say, like 2 goals. I think the whole season. And then the next season under Conte, he was back to his best again. So I'd like to hope it's something similar.
Yeah.
We'll see. But anyway, let's go on to the other Champions League games. On the same night, Bayern Munich beat Lazio by 2-1, 6-2 on aggregate. I mean, they've got to be favourites, haven't they, guys? Do you think?
I think they're favourites.
I think they are favourites. They're definitely going to go through to the final. I reckon Chelsea could go through to the final too. Actually, in my opinion, I don't think.
Yeah. I'd like to believe we can, because getting past Atletico Madrid. Yeah, go on.
Although Real Madrid has gone through, as well, but we'll go on to that later on. But I don't think Real Madrid are the same size, especially without Ronaldo. And I think, if they were to face you or Bayern Munich in the semi-final, they'll get beat hands down. I reckon.
Yeah, they're not the same side they was.
They are not the same side they were like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, a ruthless performance from Bayern. I just think they got too many good players. Well, I don't know if they'll win it again this year. There's a lot of strong teams, but I think they're definitely going to make it to the. I don't know, maybe the final. They've just got so many good players: Lewandowski, Gnabry. Was it Choupo-Moting, Sane? Sane was brilliant as well again the other night.
They've got PSG now.
Yeah, they repeated the final. Yeah.
No, that's interesting. I think PSG is they got more hunger and desire this time, and I feel like it's going to be a better match, obviously, than the final itself last season. Because there was so much hype to last year's final that, and then it didn't live up to expectations whatsoever. And we thought we were going to be like loads of goals in it. Mbappe's going to be scoring, and then Lewandowski be scoring. And it turns out a flaming defender scored the winning goal, for goodness sake. I mean, what would that went out? But it's just a headed goal. And I'm like, well, that's a bit of a letdown. But hopefully this time round it'll be more explosive, and you'll see Mbappe scoring another hat trick, and then Lewandowski scoring a hat trick. Hopefully it'll be more open and more.
So while we're doing the review, you might as well just speak a little about the draws as well. Man City through against Borussia Mönchengladbach, 4-0 in aggregate, so relatively simple for them. They got Borussia Dortmund in the next round. I know that Skunder's going to be saying Dortmund going through there. I feel like it's going to be a tough one, that really tough one. A good game to watch. I feel it'll be a great game.
Oh yeah, I think Dortmund and Man City have got similar ways of attacking, similar ways of playing. It's going to be like you say, it's going to be a very interesting encounter. It's like going to be one of them encounters when remember when Swansea City first came into the Championship to the Premier League, and because they played so like Arsenal, the game of the season was Arsenal versus Swansea City.
He's really up against Gun. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't help it, man. But it's going to be like that. It's going to be like, because they play so similar to each other. It's going to be like, Man City versus Dortmund. It's going to be like.
I don't know about that. I feel like it'd be more of an open game, so there'd be a lot more goals. So like how West Brom. I think it was West Brom beat United on Alex Ferguson last. Did they beat them or they drew with them?
They drew 5-5.
They drew 5-5. Yeah, on Alex Ferguson's last day. Yeah. Didn't they come back as well in the last few minutes to do
They
that?
did, yeah. They were actually 5-2 down, I believe, or 5-3 down.
I think it would be something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Romelu Lukaku actually scored 2 goals on that day for West Brom.
Yeah.
Alright,
Right, okay. But yeah, it will be a great game. Erling Haaland possibly playing the club that he could be going to. You never know.
I don't think he'd go to City.
No?
He's not going to City, no.
I don't think he suits City.
He'll go to United.
Yeah, he'll go to United. Of course you think that, yeah.
Of course he's going to go to United.
He's not going to go to United.
We've got special connections, man.
Mind you, Skunder thinks he's going to go to Arsenal, so...
Yeah.
In your dreams, mate.
If we keep Odegaard, he's going to be like my Norwegian friend, and then he's going to come over.
Brilliant. Wow.
Or he might go to Norway so he can meet more Norwegian
He
friends.
might go to Norway, yeah.
All right. Then the other game was Real Madrid, Atalanta. Real Madrid through. Karim Benzema, after all these years, still firing them in. I mean, how long has he been at Madrid now? It's been crazy. It's
Must have
like,
been 10 years.
yeah, over 10 years, I reckon. Benzema.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're
I
not the team
remember
they
when he.
were, really, are they?
I remember when he exploded onto the scene when he was at Lyon, man. He was immense.
They're
And Man
playing,
United weren't going to have him.
yeah, they're playing Liverpool in the next round, which is a repeat of the 2018 final. That'll be an interesting game.
That's kind of funny, isn't it? It's got a couple of repeats of
Yeah,
finals here,
yeah,
haven't we?
yeah.
Yeah.
It will be
Yeah,
good.
that is-
What do you reckon for that one?
I don't know. It's actually a tough one.
That is a tough one. I would like Liverpool to get through because of like with the British. Liverpool and Chelsea are like two British teams already left in their competition. So you would want to be rooting for Liverpool, but and Liverpool is like one of United's biggest rivals. I really do want them to win that one.
See, I don't know.
Wait, so do you want Real Madrid to win or do you want Liverpool to win?
I want Real Madrid to win.
I mean, I don't know. I think it could go either way. I really think it could. I mean, I can see Liverpool turning up for
Yeah,
a European night.
yeah. I can see that as well.
That's what they've only been turning up for this season. You know, they haven't really turned up in the league, have they? They've only turned up for the Champions League.
Yeah.
Because it is their only real shot at like a trophy now, isn't it? And it would be if they did manage to get the Champions League, then it really would just sort of like quiet everyone down.
Yeah.
And the media and everyone talking how bad Liverpool have been. They just come away with the Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that would shut the critics up, but you know they need to prove it. They need to do it, and what a time to do it really against the former finalist and that they lost against. So.